She was right. Full of suspense. Hi, everyone. Hi, it's me, Grant the Movie and TV guys, and, y'all want to hear a story? I got one for you. It's movies and TV that we do here on my show, and today we're talking about a movie that I saw tonight a little bit early, opens officially in theaters worldwide tomorrow, after premiering in 2020 at the Sundance Film Festival, so that was the Sundance before this year's Sundance, and that film is an A24 movie, and it's called Zola, or if you will, At Zola. So Zola is directed by a woman named Janixa Bravo. She co-wrote and directed this film. Now, I've seen one other film by this director, which I liked a lot. It was a movie called Lemon with Brett Gelman, whom she is married to, but she's upped her game with Zola. So let's talk about it. What is Zola about? Well, we begin off with our lead character, who we find out is named Zola, played by Taylour Paige, in a terrific audience surrogate of straight man performance. She is a part-time waitress and part-time. Also, I should warn you, to talk about this movie at all is not safe for work, so viewer discretion is advised. She is a part-time waitress and a part-time stripper. She goes dancing in the club. One night, she meets another dancer at her waitressing job named Stephanie, played in, I think, a truly Oscar-worthy comic performance by Riley Keough. And pretty early on in the film, we are informed by Zola, even before this encounter happens, that this is the story of how, quote, me and this B word, as she says it, fell out. There's a lot to get through, a lot of suspense. Y'all want to hear a story. So basically, we're jumped in. We are informed by a title card at that moment they meet that there was a real-life person named Zola who in 2015 tweeted a chain of tweets telling of a story about her adventures on a road trip. And it says, the movie you're about to see is based on mostly true events that happened. So, she gets a call from Stephanie. They have a night together, they befriend each other, and then Stephanie's a little bit wild. She kind of is, Riley Keough herself, who plays the role, described it as she was scared because the director of the film is African-American, the lead is African-American, and she's putting on this kind of almost, Taylour Paige said it really was like nothing less but blackface. I mean, she basically was doing a stereotypical performance of that. And she was scared of that, and she told the director, and the director said, no, we want the audience to squirm when we watch you, and boy, do we. So basically, Stephanie's a little nuts, and she tells Zola, look, we're going to go to Tampa. It's going to be you, my boyfriend, and my roommate. We're just going to dance at a couple clubs and have some fun. Hang out by the pool, whatever. And she says, all right, I'm in. And basically, soon enough, what seems to be a simple 48-hour trip to Tampa soon spirals into prostitution, murder, and even a suicide attempt, as well as a crazy run-in with Stephanie's roommate. It's named simply X, who might not just be her roommate. In fact, he might be her pimp. And slowly but surely their friendship deteriorates as the long weekend goes on. Look, that's a lot to take in for a movie. I'm going to come right out with this. Zola is one of the raunchiest, most transgressive films I've seen get a wide release since Sausage Party. Much like Sausage Party, I really love this flick. Now, I want to warn you all. There's a very good chance you will not. This movie is very dark. It goes to very dark, very bleak places. Very disturbing places. There are scenes that are quite scary, actually, especially toward the end. Especially if you've been through a certain experience, there's some triggering moments in this. But this movie is so bananas. The writing of it is so good. But the filmmaking of it, I love the writing and I love the performances. And it helps that Taylour Paige is there because her performance might get pushed aside by some as Zola. But the thing is, she's a necessary character to sort of be the audience and be the sympathetic character in these three other characters who are, the boyfriend also is played by Nicholas Braun, and Coleman Domingo from Ma Rainey's Black Bottom is the pimp X. And these three characters are horrible people. Like, they are not good people, but we have Zola there to be kind of our eyewitness to all of this. And that helps. The other thing is that Miss Bravo's filmmaking is incredible in this. She really upped her game because it's based on a story that took place on Twitter. This Zola is nothing less than, I think, the best use of the internet in a film. I'm not kidding you. The way that she does things with, for instance, when there's a time code on the screen where you know what time of what day of the trip it is or what moment it is. It's like this. It's the time you see on your iPhone. And then when the time code jumps out, you hear click, click. Awesome. Whenever the narration, which I guess is supposed to be the real Zola's tweets, comes in, and it's about to happen, you know it's coming because you hear tweet, tweet, throughout the movie, and it's almost on the soundtrack. The score is amazing. There's another scene early on when they have that meeting at the restaurant at the beginning of the movie, where we transition there. It's Riley Keough and Taylour Paige, and they're standing side by side. In fact, I believe the thumbnail chosen is just the shot of them drenched in neon after that. But basically, they're positioned right in front of each other, and then you see click, click, heart, like Instagram heart, in the club. And they're in position the same way. Really great filmmaking. It almost looks like it's shot on a phone at some points. It might very well have been. The filmmaking is really good. One complaint people have had was the ending is too abrupt. I actually think the ending is perfect, and I think the reason is, without giving too much away, at that point in the story, it's resolved as best as it could ever be resolved. You know what will happen off screen after this. You know that it's not going to last. You know that this is the end of the line, and it works. It also has, I think, one of the best fourth wall breaking moments ever. So there's a scene, a very tense scene, where something almost pushing it into NC-17 territory happens, and right before it's about to get really graphic, Riley Keough looks into the camera and says, "Want to know my side of the story?" And we start the movie over. I'm not kidding you. The title card is slightly different, and then we see the title screen, which as it is at Zola, and we see like a little timestamp, 824 timestamp. It appears again, but it's at Stephanie timestamp, and she looks right into the camera and imagines it from her point of view, which is filled with offensive stereotypes she has in her mind about the Zola character that are really awful and really put you in the head of this character. Look, Zola's a terrific 90-minute blast of just crazy-ass energy. I love this movie. It's perfect movie to be one of the last I'm seeing before the midterm report, because it's also one of the year's best. I'm going to give Zola, going to pull the trigger, bang, 5 out of 5 stars for Zola. This movie's great. I didn't necessarily tear up with this movie, but I had a good time with this movie. This is not going to be for everyone, but it certainly was for me. 5 out of 5 stars for Zola. Also, I should point out, I was alone in that theater. No one showed up, which was kind of a bummer, although, considering how people act at A24 movies at my theater, probably for the best. But basically, so let's move on. 5 out of 5 stars. Let's hurry up before this craps out, as it always does. Trailer trash. Let's talk about some trailer trash. We've got quite a bit, actually. A lot of it's the same, so we can run through most of it. The Eyes of Tammy Faye, we've talked about it. It looks really good. They totally transformed Jessica Chastain to look like Tammy Faye Baker. Love Michael Showalter. Looking forward to that one. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, Marvel. Looks really good. Candyman. They're doing a new Candyman with, not directed by, but at least written by Jordan Peele. Yes! Let's do it. I'm excited. Reminiscence. We talked about that before. Hugh Jackman. It looks a little bit like, I said, kind of like, almost like Total Recall crossed with Joe Goldberg from You. Maybe a little bit of Inception in there. Looks like fun. Snake Eyes, G.I. Joe Origins. It's the newer trailer I got in front of, was it Sparks? Might have been Sparks. Or no, it was in front of Fast 9. Looks really good. Escape Room Tournament Champions. Again, don't know why they're making a sequel, but I'm looking forward to it. Roadrunner, a film about Anthony Bourdain. Talked about that with the Sparks Brothers. I'm looking forward to it. Same director who did Won't You Be My Neighbor. And then The Green Knight. Can't wait. Love A24. Love David Lowery. This should work. Was there Sharma? Yeah, in an interesting way. Basically, the movie's ending, which is just a lot of really cool-looking scenery, goes through the credits and even a little after. So yeah, it's worth sticking around for, just for the ambiance of her filmmaking. Especially if you like the movie. And that's it. I will be up quite late tonight to watch Loki. Afterwards, I'm thinking about watching and reviewing later tonight America, the Motion Picture. New R-rated anime feature from Lord and Miller. Looks like fun. And then Thursday is No Sudden Move, which I'm looking forward to. New Soderbergh joint. Then Friday we're talking Summer of Soul and The Boss Baby 2. Saturday we're talking The Forever Purge, and then between Saturday and Monday we are going to be talking about Fear Street Part 1, Werewolves Within, and The Tomorrow War. Among others, and then next week, along with Fear Street Part 2, we're also going to be talking about Black Widow, baby, finally. That'll all be next time, and until next time. Oh, and Loki Season 1. That'll all be next time, and until next time, I'm Grant the Movie and TV Guy. I see it all. Happy to share it with you. Alright? Love you all. Appreciate you all. I love you all, class dismissed. I love you 3000. Be kind to one another. That's the end of that, as the end title card says, of this film, and, yeah. Go see Zola, it's good. Give it a chance. It may not be for you, but at least give it your time. See what you think. No kids allowed, though. This is a very hard R. This is bordering on NC-17. Alright. Thank you all. Thank you.